Hello everyone, this is Joel with SB Reviews. So today we'll be talking about if the Bissell Featherweight is actually worth it. We're going to cover all the different features, we're going to put it to the test and see if this thing is actually convenient to have. So here we have the box. Let's go and take everything out. So what I love already is just how compact this box is. They give us an instruction manual right here. Here we have some attachments. Here they give us a charging cable. Here we have the main part of the vacuum cleaner. This thing is crazily light. And something really cool about it is that the handle, you just have to bring it forward and that locks into place. And here we have the bottom as well. You can see the bristles there. You see the top. This part of the vacuum is very light as well. A lot of times the base of these vacuums can be pretty heavy, but this one is not. Now to put this together, all we need to do is put this right here. That'll lock into place and that's it. It's literally that simple to put this together. So now since we've put it all together, let's go ahead and put it to the test. We're gonna see just how powerful the suction is. All right, so let's go ahead and test this out. I'm gonna turn it on. I really love just how flexible this thing is. It's able to get up everything quite easily. There's really no struggle whatsoever with me trying to push this forward or navigate which direction I want it to go. Then bam, as you guys can see, it did a pretty phenomenal job of getting all of that up. But with that being said, let's go ahead and try something bigger. Okay, so now we have some cereal on the floor. Let's go ahead and test this out. It seems to be doing even better than it did with the oatmeal. And I think that's mainly because there's more of something to grab onto. You know, these are bigger particles, so it's a lot easier for the bristles to grab onto them. And then bam, it did a good job of getting that up as well. So I also wanted to demonstrate the navigation ability with this thing as well. So to turn this on, press this button here, prop this down. And you can see how easy it is to just glide it over the carpet. It's pretty effortless to use. I can get under this table here, no problem. Super simple, and I can navigate it around. You can see how it's able to turn immediately like that. And some vacuums out there can be pretty floppy when you're turning them or like moving them around, but this one is not. It's very direct with the direction that it's going. I want you guys to also notice too how low it's able to go down to the carpet. And that's going to be very important for any type of vacuum cleaner, especially if you're trying to get deep under your couch where dust and grime hangs out for years. So as you can see, it's able to go all the way back there. And it pretty much has 180-degree effectiveness. So as you can see, it's laying down on the ground and the front part is not even lifting up that much. So that's a very good sign that this is going to be able to get very deep into those corners. And I'm actually quite surprised at how low this is able to go. But that's a really cool feature. And here I'll also give you guys a POV on how to use it. You can see we have the power button here and then also this button here, and this actually turns off the bristles. So if I turn this on, you can see that they're spinning now, and when I press it, that way it's only using the suction. Then I can turn it off. And really this button will be good for getting up stuff off of a bare floor, which I'll show you guys here in a moment. But this thing is so simple to use, it's pretty effortless. I'm able to get all around here. It's not fighting me whatsoever. You just have to navigate it. It's also cool because you obviously don't have to deal with a cord. But with that being said, let's go ahead and test this out on a bare floor. Okay, so here we have my bare wood floor. Let's go ahead and see how well this performs on it. And you can use either the bristles or just the suction. If you don't want to risk scratching up your floor, I do recommend just using the suction mode. So we're gonna do that. So very simple to use. And obviously this is going to be a little bit easier at getting stuff up off of a bare floor because you don't have to deal with the friction of a carpet. And you can even use this on an area rug. The bristle button is very responsive. It stops it from rolling immediately, so that's a good sign. Now, one of the coolest features about this vacuum is the fact that it's a 2-in-1. So I could remove this part right here, and now you get this mini vacuum cleaner, which you can use for couches, getting up smaller spaces or messes, and even for your car seats. So to put the attachments on, there's this front piece right here. Goes on that easily, and we can start using it. And it has a power button as well, so you just turn this on. And we're gonna be able to get in all these different crevices and get any dirt and grime or dust that may be stuck in there. It's gonna be good for windowsills too, because you know how bugs can get stuck in there over time. And they also give us this attachment, which is going to be good for getting up lint off of any surface. And something that makes this 2-in-1 vacuum really unique is that there's this little trap door right here for when you put attachments in. That way, you know, when you're lifting it up, you know, some other vacuum cleaners out there have that issue of where they don't even have this. So if you try to turn it upside down, things are just gonna fall out and make a bigger mess, and it just gives you a headache. But this one has a pretty cool feature. So I can just turn this on. Going to be able to suck up all that stuff. And we just have to pull this out. And when you're done, you can just put it back onto the vacuum cleaner. It'll actually lock right into place. But with that being said, let's go ahead and see if this is easy to dump out. Okay, so I did assume correctly. To dump this out, all you have to do is press this button here, and this bottom piece comes out, and then we get access to the filter. So we're gonna make sure that is clean, and then we can dump all this out. Then to put this back, same way that we took it off. And it's that simple. One thing that I do like about this process is that compared to other vacuums that I've seen, you know, when you take this off, you do run the risk of spilling everything everywhere. But this one was quite easy. There was no hassle with it. And this rubber piece here was secure enough to where it's not going to fall out. And so here we have the bottom of the vacuum here. You can see the bristles. I would say the thickness is that of like a toothbrush. And this easily rotates. There's no like restriction or struggling with it. And it has 4 wheels. We have the top 2 ones here, and then the bottom 2 here. They're all made of like a rubbery material. And so we're also given this charger. There's a charging port right here. So all you need to do is plug this up, and then we can plug this into here. And while this is charging, this will be blinking. And what I also love about these vacuums is just how easy they are to take apart. So we have this button right here, and if we press it, can actually remove it from the main piece of the vacuum. And something that's really cool as well, and I didn't even recognize this earlier, but there's this button here. You bring this up, and look at that. And you can fold this together for better storage. I have never seen that in a vacuum before, so that's an awesome feature, especially if you're trying to conserve some space. And to give you guys even a better idea, this is everything stored back into the box. It's literally that sleek. And I have the attachments in there, I have the bottom piece in there. That just makes things a lot easier if you want to put this thing in the storage. Yeah, so overall, this thing is pretty nice. Like everything on here is sort of made of like a heavy plastic, and it's crazy how light this thing is. Like I can just pick this up one-handed, just like that. No struggle whatsoever. It's maybe like 10 pounds at most, so anyone can use it. And one of the coolest features about it is that it's just a 2-in-1, so you can use it for all types of situations. This thing is foldable, and you can pretty much store it anywhere, whether it's your closet, the corner of your room. It has the sleekness of a broomstick. I don't even think I've had a vacuum cleaner that is this sleek. And also, I didn't even know Bissell made vacuums this light. Usually when I get Bissell vacuum cleaners like the conventional ones, they're pretty heavy and they got wires too. So this is definitely a really cool design that they did with this. And it just makes things a lot more convenient. It has really good suction. You can pretty much use it anywhere, whether you have like an apartment or a house. And if you just want to get up a mess very quickly without having the hassle of using a giant and heavy vacuum cleaner, then this is definitely a good solution for that. And as you guys saw in all the different tests that we did, it didn't struggle whatsoever, and it proves itself to be a pretty effective solution to most messes.